What if I told you that Nobara Kugisaki didn't die in Shibuya? What if the official story is a cover-up for a much darker, more tragic truth? Today, we read diving deep into one of the most compelling theories in the Jujutsu Kaisen fandom, the survival and transformation of Nobara. Prepare yourselves, because this isn't just about her living or dying, it's about a fate far more twisted than a simple heroic end. So, let's rewind to that devastating moment, the ruins of Shibuya. Mahito's hand touches Nobara's face, and we see the sickening spark of idol transfiguration. In the manga, everything goes dark, leaving us to assume the worst. But what if we misread the scene entirely? What if Nobara, in her final, desperate moments, did something completely unexpected? Let's remember who Nobara is. She's not just a sorcerer. She's a strategic fighter who thrives on the edge of chaos. She herself said it, "I'm at my best when I'm crazy." Just before Mahito cornered her, she was fighting his double, hammering nails into her own arm to use her resonance technique on herself and, by extension, on him. She was already pushing the boundaries of her own cursed technique, turning her own body into a weapon. This is the core of our theory. When Mahito's hand made contact, Nobara didn't try to block or run. She leaned into it. She used her straw doll technique not on a doll, but on herself, creating a powerful resonance link between her soul and Mahito's at the exact moment he tried to warp hers. Think about it. Resonance works by connecting a part of the target to the doll. By letting Mahito touch her, she essentially turned her own face into the doll and his hand into the severed part. He was physically and spiritually tethered to her. Instead of her head exploding, her cursed technique took over. The devastating power of idol transfiguration was redirected. It didn't vanish, it was forced back along the resonance path she had created. As her own face began to scar and distort, Mahito's face would have started to ripple and bloat in a terrifying feedback loop. He would have shrieked, trying to pull away, but it would be too late. The connection she forged was absolute. He was trapped in his own attack, courtesy of Nobara's ultimate gamble. This single act of defiance changes everything. Nobara collapses, her left side a ruin of scarred tissue, but she achieves her goal. The feedback loop doesn't just hurt Mahito. It destabilizes his very soul, leaving him vulnerable in a way we've never seen before. He's not just injured, he's spiritually fractured. Now, let's bring Yuji Itadori into this. In the original story, Yuji is broken by the apparent death of his friend. His despair fuels his rage. But in this version, what Yuji sees is something far more shocking. He doesn't see Nobara die, he sees her sacrifice her face, her humanity, her very essence, to hand him the perfect opening. He isn't driven by despair, but by the terrifying weight of her survival. He sees the cost of her gambit, and he knows he cannot let it be in vain. This is the moment that unlocks his true potential. Fueled by this profound, complex mix of horror and gratitude, Yuji lands a black flash. But this isn't just any black flash. It's one delivered with such precise intent that it doesn't just shatter Mahito's physical form. It strikes at the very core of his being, severing the connection between Mahito, the curse, and the countless souls he had stolen and twisted. It's a blow that attacks the very concept of Mahito. So, where does this leave Nobara? She survives, but she is forever changed. She becomes the first successful cursed human hybrid, a being stuck between worlds. Her face is permanently etched with the shifting, unstable patterns of Mahito's failed transfiguration, a living monument to her battle. She would likely be kept hidden by Jujutsu High, a secret too dangerous and too valuable to reveal. She is no longer just Nobara Kugisaki, the sorcerer from the countryside. She is now a walking paradox, part human, part curse, her body a constant battleground. This outcome is so much more narratively rich than her death. It forces Yuji to confront a new kind of burden. It's not about avenging the dead. It's about protecting the living and grappling with the idea that sometimes survival is a curse in itself. A tragic survival is often a heavier weight to carry than a heroic death. It redefines what it means to win in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, where every victory comes at an unimaginable price. Imagine the future implications. Could Nobara now have abilities similar to Mahito's? Could she manipulate souls, or at least perceive them in a new way? Her cursed technique, resonance, was always about connecting to the soul's core. Now, her own soul has been forcibly merged with the essence of that very power. She could become one of the most powerful and unstable characters in the entire series. Her journey would be one of self-acceptance, of learning to live with the monster staring back at her in the mirror. It would be a powerful exploration of identity and what it means to be human when a part of you is fundamentally inhuman. This aligns perfectly with the dark, philosophical themes that Jiji Akutami loves to explore. While the manga has moved on, the ambiguity of Nobara's fate leaves the door wide open for theories like this. Her death felt abrupt to many, a loose thread in an otherwise tightly woven narrative. This theory doesn't just tie up that thread. It weaves it into a beautiful, terrifying tapestry that enhances the entire story. It gives her a legacy that is not of sacrifice and death, but of brutal, uncompromising survival. So what do you think? Did Nobara die a hero's death in Shibuya? Or did she survive to face a much more complicated future? Is she waiting in the wings, a changed woman ready to rejoin the fight? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Jujutsu Kaisen theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.